The following was a blog post by a John Goodman, posted on the 17th of August, 2011. Included with it was a download link to 1dollar.wav. The file in question has been converted to OGG format so that it may be uploaded to the wiki. Goodman mentioned in the post that he would be doing extensive research on the mysteries surrounding this file. If he reports anything back, it will be posted here. After my computer got burnt to a crisp in a lightning storm, I was left with my old computer. Fortunately, I had everything from my destroyed computer already backed up onto a USB drive and CD-ROMs. My old computer was running Windows 98, and desperately needed an OS upgrade. It was time to search online for a new OS install disk that was at an affordable price. You might ask, well, why not just get a new computer? I would have, but because of the crappy economy, I didn't have the money to do so. So my only other option was to upgrade my old one. Anyways, I searched around eBay to see if anybody was selling a copy of Windows XP at an affordable price. There was no way my computer would be able to handle Windows Vista or 7, so I would just have to go with XP. Lo and behold, somebody was selling a full Windows XP clean install disk for only $1.45. Nobody else was bidding on it, so I placed mine. Even after I placed my bid, nobody else did. Needless to say, I won the disk, with nobody else to challenge me. A few days later, I received the disk in a white envelope. I opened the envelope and pulled it out. It seemed just like any other XP bootable disk. I turned on my old computer, popped it in, and installed Windows XP as one normally would. While I waited for it to install, I popped some popcorn, took a dump, and watched some television, occasionally checking on the progress of the installation and responding to dialog boxes, entering the registration code, etc., Finally, it finished installing, and I could use the computer. The first thing I did was transfer everything I had backed up on my destroyed computer to the old computer. CD after CD, USB after USB, and finally I got everything onto my computer the way I wanted it. I decided to randomly browse around the computer a little before I turned it off and got ready to go to bed. The random browsing led me to the C drive Windows Media folder. I noticed a file in there called 1dollar.wav, an audio file. I didn't put this file on my computer, so I assumed it was installed along with the all other files in the folder. Just the generic ones, the stock ones. I don't know. But I realized I didn't remember any such file ever being included with XP when I had it on my destroyed computer. Before I upgraded it to Windows 7, of course. And curious, I double-clicked the file to open it. It was a very peculiar file. All I heard when I opened it was some weird static noise, almost as if it was some extremely distorted song. The file was just 4 solid minutes of this weird sound. Kinda creeped me out, not gonna lie. I mean, it was nighttime, with my sleeping dog being my only company, and I find a file on my computer that I never put there, and wasn't part of the original XP installation, and all it is 4 minutes of weird static noise. You can connect the dots on how I felt. Furthermore, it's in a system folder. Thinking it might be a virus of some sort, I scanned the file. Behold! One Trojan came up. I had no clue where I would have gotten it from. I'd barely been on the internet at all since Windows XP was fully installed. Suddenly, I realized I'd seen a file with the same name flash for a split second on the screen as the disk installed all of the system files. I could only come to one unfortunate conclusion. The disk had been tampered with. I decided to delete the Trojan, delete 1dollar.wav, and do a full system scan with both of my antivirus programs, Malwarebytes, anti-malware, and Microsoft Security Essentials. It was going to take a crapload of time to finish scanning, so I decided to go to bed while I waited. I still felt a bit mad that I went through all that time to finally get my computer set up and upgraded the way I wanted it, only to find out the install disk had been tampered with. I woke up the next morning. Anyway, ate my breakfast, took a shower, brushed my teeth, and went into my computer room. I sat down at the computer and turned on the monitor, which I had turned off last night before I went to bed, and I honestly couldn't believe what I saw. My desktop background had been changed to a picture of a dollar bill. There were 2 errors saying that my 2 antiviruses had crashed, along with a bunch of other blank error dialogues that were all titled 1dollar.wav, with a single OK button. Every icon on my desktop had been replaced with a shortcut to 1dollar.wav, even the recycle bin. My start button now said 1dollar.wav, and the usual flag icon was replaced with a $sign. When I clicked the start button, or in this case the 1dollar.wav button, to bring up the 1dollar.wav menu, every icon there was also replaced with, well, I think you can guess. The administrator name was also changed to, I think you can guess, and the account picture was that of a dollar bill. I clicked Don't Send Report to both the errors saying Malwarebytes and Microsoft Security Essentials had crashed. I then clicked the OK button on each 1dollar.wav error box. Okay, the screen was now cleared of all those windows. I tried to reopen my antivirus programs, but they both gave me a blank error titled, you guessed it, 1dollar.wav. So I clicked OK on those. I went to the 1dollar.wav menu, and I clicked Shut Down, but I just got the familiar clunk error sound. I tried the power button. Nothing happened. Finally, I just unplugged the computer, and it finally shut off. I plugged it back in. I booted in safe mode, and tried opening the antivirus programs there. But when I did, my computer made the weirdest noise ever, and abruptly powered off. I tried pressing the power button, but nothing happened. It didn't even whir up. That freaking virus had completely destroyed my only remaining computer. And I hadn't even gotten it from a website or anything. It had come with my operating system. Well, that was that. I had to go get some things at the grocery store, so I left the house along with my dog. I have yet to earn enough money to buy myself a new computer. I do everything computer-related on a friend's laptop that he generously lets me borrow when I need to check my email, do something on my bank account, online, etc. I have used that same laptop to type up and publish this story to the internet, along with 1dollar.wav, the sound file, which I have gone through and manually removed the malicious coding from. After a certain cryptic message I read talking about some last evidence, quote-unquote, that will have to be destroyed if I share it with anybody, which you will read about in just a moment, I've decided to research as thoroughly as I possibly can about the mysterious file, until I've figured out the sinister mystery that surrounds it. Now, how did I get back 1dollar.wav after my computer was destroyed, you ask? Well, when I got home, my dog's ears perked up, and she began growling menacingly. She followed a scent into the computer room. Everything seemed normal. However, when I looked where my second destroyed computer was, it wasn't there. Everything else was still there, but the computer was gone. I thought of a robbery, but who would want an old computer that doesn't even boot up anymore? I also noticed the tampered with XP install disk I'd gotten off of eBay was missing as well. In its place was a different disk. It was a white CD-ROM with something written on it in green Sharpie. I picked up the disk and read, "This is the last remaining evidence that I know of. Keep it secret. or I'll have to destroy it too. I glanced down at the table the disc had been sitting on. Where it had been was a single dollar bill. It wasn't crinkled or damaged in any way, unlike most dollar bills. No, this one was in absolutely perfect condition, as if it had just been made. I took the disc and the dollar over to my friend's house, the one that has the laptop that I'm typing these words on. I explained how both my computers were destroyed, and he agreed to let me borrow it whenever I needed to. So I got on the laptop and put the CD in. And on the CD was just one file. $1.wav.